Hi guys, welcome to S.T.E.V.E. special Passover edition.
Yeah. What does it stand for, Owen?
Passover? Well, it's a long story.
I got this. Okay.
What does S.T.E.V.E. stand for there?
Spending time with the Edgertons virtually every day.
I'm Oscar.
No, you're not.
I'm Owen.
I'm Oscar. I'm Jody. I'm Arden. I'm Tara.
And welcome. And yeah, it is Passover. So Arden, are you about
It's not yet.
When does Passover start?
Sundown.
Everybody close your eyes. It's dark. Woo!
Oh, wow. It's Passover.
I wasn't going to tell the story of Passover. I was just going to say random words with the letters that stand for it.
What does Passover stand for, Arden? Tell us.
It stands for...
Oh, God, you're going to make me spell?
Yeah.
People ate saucy sandwiches of very...
Intriguing religion.
I got this. It's got to make sense. On very enticing rolls.
Wow. That truly is something.
People ate saucy sandwiches on very enticing rolls. Does enticing start with an E?
Yes. Very good.
Excellent.
Well, that makes me feel like it's finally Passover. Now we're gonna plug in our handy dandy
That's
microphone.
not the story of Passover.
That's
FYI.
not.
the
No.
story.
That's just
There was Moses Crass.
We are
That's
ready.
not
We are ready for some Passover goodness. There's a few real critical things in the world of Passover that seem we can all scooch together. Arden, you want to pop in?
There we
Thank
go.
you. So a few things in the world of Passover that seem very weirdly apropos this year. Number one is
plague.
There's plague.
That's a good point. Oh, frogs. Remember when it rained frogs?
Yes.
That
But
was
there's
weird.
also that we say on Passover, why is this night different from all
Yeah,
other
why
nights?
is this
And
different?
I have been saying that on Passovers. This is my 44th Passover, I guess, right? Because I'll be 45 next month. And never have I felt more clearly the weight of the question, why is this night different from all other nights? Because usually Passover is my favorite holiday, and we gather up with all the family.
Yeah, kids be
like
getting
Halloween
slaughtered
by
because
God.
you're allowed to scare kids on Halloween. But this one's fun because it
Okay.
involves blood and murder. And
That's true.
It's cool.
Nothing beats Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not even
You
fair.
can't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
scare
yeah.
kids. It's not fair.
No.
That's true.
It's like the one night
That's
a year
our
where
life.
it's okay to scare people.
It's cool to scare kids on Halloween. Like parents will be like, "Oh, you scared my kid silly. He won't get good sleep for years."
But also for Passover, so here's the other thing about Passover, is there's actually a ritual in the early stages of the Seder that we don't often do, but it's about hand washing.
Oh,
And you literally go and there's pouring a jug and there's hand washing and wow, we would all do such a good job of that this year.
It's a holiday that involves washing.
Washing your hands.
Washing your
It's
hands.
great.
yeah, wash your
Yeah.
hands.
And eating.
And then a lot of eating.
Yeah,
And a lot of
and hoarding toilet paper.
and a lot of hoarding.
You gotta
toilet paper.
hoard all that toilet paper. You know, the old Passover hoard of toilet paper.
Yes. Because it passes over your
No,
bum
no.
bump. No.
No, historically,
Why would you
especially
say bum bum?
he's Owen. Among American Jews, Passover is known to be a binding holiday. It's matzah, constipation-related holiday. So,
Like
you get to
cannibalism.
sorry for the TMI.
Yeah, like cannibalism.
Matzah and cannibalism.
Matzah and cannibalism.
I mean, I'm assuming you didn't
think
have
it's
a
all
lot
that's
of
right.
time to go to the bathroom when you were walking for 40 years. So
That's true. That's true. When you're running.
No, it's 40 years.
probably.
Oh, Greg wants to know, is there kosher for Passover toilet paper?
Oh,
Good
of
question.
course there is. It's called
I bet there is.
it's called locked paper.
I don't know enough, but I bet there is.
So how are we going to do? We have a Seder plate and we have a story. How are we going to do this?
Well, I think that the first most important thing is that you are supposed to drink 4 glasses of wine.
All
for
right.
Passover,
Okay,
so we're gonna
let's
need to get
just-
Here we go.
started. Thank
Luckily,
you.
we had delivery
I'll
of
take
some.
this one.
Oh, will ya? We had a delivery of some.
Oh my!
I know.
I'm moving that right next to my face.
This is the wine of apple.
Wait.
That's just sparkling.
Do I get to
alcohol.
drink that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh my gosh.
it's kiddo champagne, as we call it.
Oh my gosh, I haven't had kiddo champagne
Mhm.
since I was like 6.
It made me
That's
sleepy.
not even remotely true, but
It
it's
did
cool.
not make you sleepy. Give me that back.
No, really. Every time I drink it, I
Okay.
get really sleepy.
Here,
No.
one little Jewish prayer. A little cheers. A little l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
To us.
Amen.
And
Amen.
Amen.
Be happy, be healthy,
Long life.
and
And if our good fortune ever comes, here's to whatever comes. Drink.
If I were a rich man.
Dear God, you made many, many cool people. I realize it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So, I don't know. It's not
This
my
is gonna
line.
be, no, because this is great. We're gonna
I'm ready
have
for my
Oscar's
second cup.
one-person rendition of Fiddler on the Roof.
Dad, can you pour me my second
One
cup?
of the things that I
Whoa.
do want to say, so one of the first impacts, there were two big impacts of all the coronavirus shutdowns in our family. And one of them was South by Southwest being canceled because Arden had a film in South by Southwest this year.
Yeah, you can.
Which you're going to be able to see soon. So we'll give
There's
props
an
to
email
that.
being sent out on the 15th.
Very exciting. And the other one is that Oscar was supposed to be in performances of Fiddler on the Roof, which have been postponed, not canceled. And I think soon there'll be some little teasers coming out from the Adderley School about it. But
Still annoying.
still annoying. So
A lot of musicals were canceled.
a lot of musicals were canceled.
Bonnie and Clyde was canceled.
And Arden, what did you just learn about Broadway today? I'll pour you some more.
Oh, okay. Broadway is going to be closed for longer than it planned to. Which makes sense. Oh, come on, I bet more.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You really are your mother's daughter.
Okay, so yeah, Broadway was going to be closed until like April or something. It's clear that now is not a good time to reopen things yet. I mean, we're not in the clear yet, and we're in the we're in it. We're in it right now.
Yeah.
So Broadway did announce that they're going to keep closed until June 7th.
Mm.
Which is interesting because the show Beetlejuice, which has recently gotten really popular, recently being like the last few months, was supposed to close, I believe, in June. It had an extended run. It was supposed to be like a couple months open, and then it got super popular. It was going till June, and then it was going to be like the Music Man was going to open in that theater.
Right.
And I, for one, would love to know what's happening with that.
Mm. So
Because
if anybody has any inside
yeah,
scoop,
I mean, is because obviously the people in the Music Man aren't going to be going to rehearsal right now.
true.
And I mean, I'm just saying that Beetlejuice is very popular, which means probably that the people running it are probably making more money.
Oh, this
Maybe
is all
then
good.
it's
Wow.
okay.
Let's go.
But
Well,
okay,
So are we? Do we tell the
Time
story?
stopped.
Okay, so back to
Passover.
Passover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Put
so
on your yarmulke.
we're gonna share a
It's
few
time
of our
to read Passover.
we're gonna share a few of our favorite things. The first thing that most people know as a food of Passover is
Horseradish.
oh, I know what this
fine,
one
we can
is.
start with horseradish.
Egg. Boiled egg.
Yes, these are all very true. Hey,
Let me thank
Good
you.
Passover!
Good Passover to you. So, did we get some traditional food? Let's see what we got.
We're pretty close here. So we got let's see.
It's coming over. Do you want
First
me to help you?
I'm trying to figure out what.
Don't
order
forget
to
my
do.
bones.
Yeah. Okay. Here. What do we? So
You'll see.
that's true.
Okay.
So you have your traditional Seder plate in which you share some of the things that are like meaningful for Passover, and we
Yeah.
have got a very
Whoa,
makeshift
Moses.
version
My
today.
favorite is the cold boiled eggs. I
Those
have
are
a
good.
weird
Yeah,
love
here, I
for
gotta go
cold
get more
boiled
things.
eggs.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be because hi there, Tara. Because I have a lot of great memories of Passover with us eating cold hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Or it could just be that I just really like cold hard-boiled eggs. But don't eat that, honey.
She's eating
But
whatever
that is
is.
my favorite
These are
part
hot.
of Passover.
And so I need to put them down because they're not boiled.
Hot boiled eggs.
Yeah, I know.
Not yet,
it's
not yet.
And then
I just
do we
made
tell the
sauce.
story after? Let's tell the story of Passover after.
Sure.
I volunteer to
Oh my
sell
God.
it. Love lettuce.
Okay.
I could.
You were totally going to tell us that. Okay, so
Teddy bear? No.
don't eat this.
No
okay,
eating.
so we have
Yeah, put the lettuce.
the
next to it.
Edgerton quarantine makeshift last minute Seder plate with as close an approximation as we could get to the things that one would normally have in a Seder plate.
It's a bit more Texan.
Yeah, so normally on a Seder plate, you would have some parsley, some lovely herbs, and we have some iceberg lettuce.
Woo! Lettuce!
Thank you to Hardee's Direct for their excellent vegetables. It is kept in produce. And then we're going to have some horseradish to represent the bitter herbs. This is good. So the bitter herbs, we don't have any horseradish, but we do have sriracha. Hello.
I'm just gonna get that straight.
No. Usually the horseradish, you just sprinkle a little bit on top of your pyramid sandwich. Okay, then you have an egg, and we do have an egg. We actually have the egg that Arden drew a sad face on. You can barely see the sad face.
I named him Noah.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
Noah.
he was named Noah. Well, there you can kind of catch his
Here, if
energy
you
there.
lift up higher, maybe closer.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, that's good. That's good.
anyway,
I think
that's
we
Noah.
can tell.
He and his friend are freshly hard-boiled.
Charlie.
Can I
So
know?
the parsley you usually dip in salt water, and it's kind of a combination of the sadness and tears salt water mixed with like the green spring rebirth, symbolizing the egg, kind of symbolizing life and rebirth. But then we have the kind of classic. And then we're gonna do maybe we'll save that part for last. Okay, we have the classic part that most people know, and that is your matzah.
Matzah.
And your charoset. And so the matzah is represents kind of so we're going back to olden times, and the Jewish people are enslaved in Egypt, and they're building the pyramids. And so the matzah represents like the bricks of the pyramids in our little sandwich we're about to make, but it also represents. Am I stealing some thunder from you by telling this bit here? Or is that cool? You tell. Okay,
I don't know what
so it
you're
also
telling.
represents when the Jewish people had to flee really fast because the Pharaoh was coming. They had to put their bread. They didn't have time to rise, and so they put it in their backs as they ran through the desert to get out of there, and it didn't have time to rise, and so that is matzah. And then we have charoset, which is a mix of like apples and wine, and usually walnuts, but ours has pistachios because quarantine.
Pistachios.
We have a
Dad has a pistachio problem.
We've got quarantine charoset, and
I have a problem when I can't find more.
so then we make a little
Good
open
point.
sandwich with some matzah and some charoset and a little sriracha horseradish to represent tears and the bitterness of days gone by. But we couldn't get matzah. There was no matzah to be found. So
We made matzah.
we made matzah.
We
Oscar and I.
made matzah.
No, you didn't.
Oscar and
We did.
Dad spied on
I
me
watched
in my
matzah being
closet.
made.
And here's
No,
the.
you weren't even there.
Do you want to share our matzah?
Yeah, sure.
It came out like it's
Pretty good. You
pretty
can't quite
good.
tell on camera because it's really bright.
No, it's got little pokey holes in it. And
Okay, Mom.
We haven't
split
tasted
it in
it.
half.
Can you break it? What is it?
I don't know.
Break it in half, Mom. Break it in half.
It's got some
Oh,
tortilla vibes.
It definitely. It's
Oh,
like
that
crunchy.
part
Was crushed.
that
Crunchy.
crunchy
You take that,
tortilla.
please.
We're bringing a bit of an Austin twist.
That's
to it.
right.
Mm.
Yeah, this is for
Oh,
you.
thank
Ellen.
you.
Half
This
tortilla,
part feels crunchy.
half matcha.
Yum.
Let's see. Care Bear, this part's for you.
So
Oh,
definitely people
yeah.
are learning from stuff.
Oh yeah.
So this is new.
Mm.
Christina's learning about Passover.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah.
There's also some theological questions. Susan Summers Willett wants to know, do deviled eggs count?
Yes.
Mhm.
It's quarantine. Anything counts.
Definitely.
You'll see our bone.
It's not.
Hey, how's the meal? That definitely is quite chewy. It tastes more like a tortilla than matzah, but it's
It's
pretty
like a crunchy tortilla.
good. Oscar and I learned something today.
Yeah.
The recipe.
Keep it in a bit longer.
Well, you're not allowed to. So it was
Oh,
very
right.
strict. The recipe was like, set a timer for 18 minutes, and then you can
Or
start
16.
pouring 16 to 18 minutes. You can start pouring the water into the flour, but once the flour and the water touch, you only have 18 minutes from that point until it comes out of the oven.
Why? Why 18 minutes?
Not kosher.
Well, I read this actually. So I read it go, yes, so I know the answer. So there's two reasons. Number one is the reason is that the idea was that it would take 18 minutes before germination or fermentation would start when you mixed grains with moisture. Did you hear that?
Oh wow.
Dude, Oscar was distracted
I
by
know. I was like,
Yeah.
we're having
Apple
a
juice.
juice situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the idea is that
Dad
the
likes his apple
18
juice.
listen, 18 minutes is the amount of time it takes for germination or fermentation to start when you mix a grain with
Wow.
water.
That's crazy.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
like the science
So you
of
want to
it.
keep it not rising to be matzah. So you have to get done there. And then the other thing was the kind of like the story of it was like there were only 18 minutes from when the Jewish people heard that the Pharaoh was coming, and they had to run and get out of there.
Wow.
That's why I didn't have time to rise. And then also 18 is the number Chai, which is always used to mean Hi. You mean life. Okay, now the dog thinks you're on the phone. But to life, exactly. And so it's also like good luck and to your health and to life. And so it's a kind of a
That's
good
great.
lucky number. Okay, so
Oh, and is there any other part of the plate?
well, there is one other part of the Seder plate, which is usually the shank bone.
Yay!
And I'm
the
going to turn this part over to Oscar, who is wearing a yarmulke from my bat mitzvah.
Yep. Genuine. Her bat mitzvah.
Wow, that was practically
May
10
20th.
years ago.
It was May 20th, 1988.
Wow, that was like 10 years ago.
Oh,
Mom,
nice.
you're so
I hope
young.
if Jeff Sherman is
Gorgeous.
watching, he's wearing the yarmulke from his wedding.
Oh, that's right. Which will be how long this summer?
I wanna
50
say
years?
50.
50 years.
The golden
Okay,
years.
So keep that marriage
Here's
going
our bone.
through quarantine.
So,
I want to
It's
eat
on a different
you.
plate.
yeah.
I want to eat you good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Corona to you as well.
No.
It's an evil bone.
No, it's not. I can't have an evil
No,
bone on
no,
our
no
Seder
evil
plate.
bones.
Okay,
We're
fine. You want a
evil
different
bone
bone then?
free.
You want a different bone?
Yeah. Well,
How about that one? It also
That looks terrifyingly evil. I know I gave you
You're
some
right.
matzah, but that's all the matzah a puppy gets.
Well, more matzah.
I hear
well, I
you.
tell you what. Now can we have the story?
Yeah.
should I tell it?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
if you're
Okay.
ready for
And-
it. I'm gonna
Okay.
just rest on Arden.
Yeah, you want to put
Okay.
your arm around me?
I think Arden just sticking up will make Arden little commentaries.
Grandma said 50 years.
I will.
50 years.
I tend to make little commentaries.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the
It's
story
time for
of the
the.
Passover.
Yeah, that's what I was.
All right, while you're doing it, I'm going to pour Mom some more wine
Oh, good for you.
High five.
So,
Good
basically,
from our
the
Passover
Jewish
box.
people were like in Egypt because they left Israel because famine and stuff, and they came to Egypt being like, these people are gonna be so nice to us, they're gonna be the best people in the world, and then they enslaved them. So
Who enslaved who?
Egyptians enslaved the Jewish people.
Cool.
So
These ones is
maybe not the best decision to go to Egypt
Back then. Yeah.
back
Back
then.
then.
Yeah,
Back then.
Egypt is
Yeah,
fine.
it's
now.
fine now. It's
Well,
fine
actually,
now.
don't travel right now.
Okay.
But like,
Don't.
True.
We get the
Good-
idea.
Good point.
yeah,
So,
thank you.
But anyway, they were like, no, we don't like being enslaved, as you do. And then there was this one cool dude named Moses.
Wait, who was Moses' sister?
Miriam. Miriam was Moses' sister.
That's Arden's middle
And
name.
then,
Yeah.
but then Moses, tell me if I'm getting this right. Moses was adopted by like the Pharaoh's daughter, I want to say, or Pharaoh's
Yes.
wife.
No,
Pharaoh's wife,
oh,
right?
criminy.
It's
Okay.
one of the two. Okay,
Pharaoh's wife.
somehow.
I think it's Pharaoh's wife, but in
Moses
the
is
Prince of Egypt Disney
Hmm.
movie, it's the Pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah.
Moses
not
is
a
It's
Disney
been a while since.
Sorry, Disney movie.
DreamWorks.
Moving on.
But anyway,
Moving on.
we're just gonna keep going. So, anyway, as a baby, with the Pharaoh not knowing this, Moses was adopted into his family somehow and was Jewish. So he was this royal dude, right? But then he was like, I'm Jewish. He
Well,
figured
okay.
it out.
So he
I'm
was
not sure.
found.
Here you go.
His okay. Oh,
Oh,
so sorry.
no, it's cool.
Um,
I'm reclining.
His mother was like, I don't want Moses to grow up in this like bad situation. I'm gonna send him down the river in a basket.
Mhm.
Like you do.
Yeah, and then Pharaoh's daughter / wife.
I think it was daughter.
Daughter.
Maybe it was daughter.
Yeah.
Maybe I heard wife somewhere.
It's all good.
We don't know,
Keep
but
going.
I trust you guys. We'll say daughter. Found
We're the experts now.
found baby Moses in a basket down the river, and she was like, "Well, I'll adopt him."
This is mine now.
And then didn't Miriam, Moses' sister, arrive and be like, "I'm gonna
Be the nanny.
be the nanny."
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of followed her brother, and was like, "I'll take care of her. I'm gonna keep an eye on him."
Okay, so
So now he's an adult.
yeah, and
He's a man.
I'm not entirely sure how he figured out he was Jewish. Do you guys?
But now,
Stop.
Miriam told him.
At some point, she
Oh,
was like,
okay.
hey,
Yeah, okay.
guess what?
Right.
I'll
Surprise.
tell everybody they're Jewish.
Yeah, so Miriam was like, bro Slisky, you're Jewish and we're siblings. And he was like, really? Cool. Okay. Well, I guess because I'm in power and I'm Jewish, I should probably be like, hey, Pharaoh, can you not enslave these people for me? It'd be really nice of you.
That's right.
So he went up to Pharaoh and was like, dude, I figured out I was Jewish, so can you like just let my people go? Just let my people go. And then Pharaoh. Oh, right.
Oh, I forgot the brand.
There was
Already in there? Wow.
Yeah.
there was this big pile of bushes, and it was on fire. And then God was talking as the bush, or through maybe.
Okay,
I
wait
don't
here.
know.
Can I lead up to what happened to the burning bush?
Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
You're my hand. I can't help.
Sorry, I'm
Okay.
on the second glass of
So
wine.
I'm looking at
I
Dad to
love
make sure this is
Passover.
right.
Okay.
Moses ran away, kinda,
Yeah, he
to
Yeah.
go be a shepherd, and
'Cause
then
he killed an Egyptian soldier,
Right,
right,
that's it.
who was maybe
Abusing-
whipping,
whipping a
okay.
slave.
Yeah.
A Jewish
Okay,
slave. Yeah.
And so he goes away and he becomes a shepherd, and shepherd.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you,
shepherd.
you were looking down. You looked disappointed.
No,
so,
no.
Okay, and
Very
then
proud.
the sheep walks away, and he's like, "I'm gonna go follow the sheep
baby
up the
sheep,
mountain."
I think. Like the
Lamb sheep.
Okay.
So he follows the sheep up the mountain, and he goes into this cave, and doesn't he take off his shoes or something?
Yeah, he's told to take off his shoes because he's walking
You
on holy,
brought us into this.
Right.
holy ground.
Right. So
Sorry.
he takes off his shoes, and then the bush is like. Now, Oscar, you can
Oh,
continue.
Thanks, Artie.
That was great, Artie.
We just
really useful. Sorry, Dad.
nobody noticed
No,
that.
not All right.
Nobody
So we're
noticed
just,
that.
You're good.
we gotta move towards Passover.
Okay, but anyway,
Calm down, Dad.
yeah. But anyway, so he got into this like sweet cave, and there was this bush, and it was like, I'm on fire now, and he's like, oh my God, it's on fire now, and then God
And
was
then
like,
he was like, "Oh my God!"
I was gonna make that same joke. Okay,
I
so-
should let you do that.
yeah, just. So then, God was like, hello there, Moses. He's like, yeah, is that you, God? It's me, Margaret. And he's like, God was like, yeah, it's me, God. Could you, like, make the Jewish people not enslaved anymore? Like, can do that for me. I'm God. Do that for me. So Moses was like, well, I guess that sounds reasonable. So he was like, oh, he went back, and he was like, Pharaoh, you stop trying to eat the bones, honey.
Just to clarify, the dog has got her face all up in our Sander business.
No.
Okay, now we're back up.
Do you want some lettuce?
I want lettuce.
No, she does not want lettuce. She wants
Exactly.
vegetables.
We only have 6 minutes left.
What, already?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay, so
Okay.
then he went back and was like, dude, you gotta let my people go. And Pharaoh was like, it ain't happening, bro. So he was like, okay, well then I'm gonna give you 10 plagues.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the order or all of them, but I know there was like frogs, hail,
Blood.
blood,
Water to blood.
water to blood.
There was
Um,
locusts. Locusts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, locusts
Boils.
came in.
Boils.
Oh, the animals died.
Disease.
Cattle disease.
Cattle disease.
Wild animals.
Yeah, crazy wild animals.
Crazy wild animals.
Yes.
Yep.
So are we, Megan.
And then there was lice.
Oh, yes, lice.
And then there's one more that isn't the big Passover one.
It basically just sounds like
Disease. Wasn't that just disease?
Just
like
I'm
a
sure.
Montessori
Okay. So then, now it's time for the last one.
Good.
So basically, through these pretty bad plagues.
Pretty bad plagues.
Probably the last one was just Corona. So during these pretty bad plagues, Pharaoh was like, "Oh no, it ain't happening." Every time Moses was like, "Hey, I keep sending you plagues. Can you just let my people go?" And he's like, "Oh no." Right? That's what Pharaoh sounds like. So so then finally he's like, "Okay, last plague, it's happening. God is gonna come and kill everyone's kids.
yeah.
He's gonna
Well,
I knew it. God's gonna come through Egypt on this certain night and kill everyone's firstborn son who doesn't have lamb blood in a certain symbol over like their doorway.
And if they did have the lamb blood over
Yeah.
their doorway, God would
Pass
pass
over.
over their house.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Moses spread the word and told all the Jews, "Hey, do this lamb blood thing. God's coming to kill everyone." So Hail Satan. So
No, wait.
So maybe it wasn't God. Maybe it was another divine
Just
being.
keep going. You're doing a great job. You're doing
Okay.
a great
So
job.
anyway,
That's perfect.
they all did that, but Pharaoh, he didn't get the memo. He didn't check his email, so
Sure.
he didn't do that.
Yeah.
And his firstborn son died.
Oh.
So he was like,
Wah, wah.
"Dang, man, get out of here!" And like, "You're free. Just get out of here before I change my mind." So they were like, "Okay, we're packing." Then Pharaoh was like, "I'm gonna get you.
He changed his
Changed
mind.
his mind.
I'm gonna get you."
Oh, flip flop.
Yeah,
But then doesn't he change his mind again?
I don't know.
Well.
Well, no, he's gonna steal
Yeah,
you.
So Jews. Keep going. I'm just so
I'm
excited.
the one telling the story
Okay,
here.
we're in the third
Okay,
act.
okay, stop.
Okay, Oscar.
Okay, so then they're like, "Okay, we gotta make our matzahs on our backs." But it wasn't matzah at the time. But anyway, they were like, they're going, and the Pharaoh was like, "Bring my best soldiers and these sweet horses that can run super fast."
Like me.
So then they got to this big sea, the Red Sea, and they're like, "Dang man, how are we gonna cross this?" And Moses was like, "I gotcha.
And very close behind was the Pharaoh.
Oh yeah. He was like,
There was
he was like,
yeah,
"I
they
got
were
you."
in danger.
Yeah. He's like,
I'm
"I
glad
got you," and he was like, and then
like,
something like that. Whatever.
It was somewhere between who and
he
really.
lifted up his hand.
Yeah,
We're
thank
like,
you.
And then just like
They're glass.
it parted, the Red Sea parted. Like God was just like, "Okay," possibly God, possibly someone else. So then they were running through. They were on their horses, going through the sea, but the Pharaoh people are close behind, and they're also running through the sea. But the second they get all the Jewish people to the other side, Moses was like, and then the water came in and killed all of Pharaoh's people.
Whoa.
Intense.
And then I'm almost at the end here.
Okay.
And then they walked for 40 years,
Yeah.
and manna came from the sky and stuff, and eventually they got to the Holy Land.
Yeah.
And Moses was like, "I'm gonna go up to that really tall mountain and just like have a good chit chat with God." Yeah. So we went up there
after 40 years.
after 40 years. So he went up there and was like, "Hey God," and God was like, "Here you go, 10 Commandments." But then God was like, "OMG, oh my God, are they worshiping a golden cow?" Is that the right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be oh my me?
Oh my me.
OMM.
OMM. Are they worshiping a golden cow instead of me? They're not getting in there. Only their kids are getting in there. So,
They traveled for 40 years to worship a golden cow and be told they can't get in there.
yeah, basically. And Moses was like, "Come on, man." He's like, "Nuh-uh. You ain't getting my holy land." So
Oh my God.
he went down and had to break the news to everyone. And they were all like, "Oh, come on, man. 40 years? 40 years.
Things gotta be
For
weird
this!
over the 40 years.
Wow.
Well, that's perfect.
I feel like at the end of this quarantine, you might
end.
start worshiping a golden cow.
that was a majestic.
Wow, that was-
I'm
that was-
agree.
yeah, very-
That was amazing.
That
so
was-
here
Miriam
is
sang
the
a song, didn't she?
I'm stepping
She
all
sang
over.
a song with
Stop
the
it.
tambourine.
So what
That
if
was impressive,
I sang
Oscar.
a song?
You're gonna sing a song?
I'm gonna play a song and sing along to it.
Okay.
So here's
It's
what I'm
a
gonna say.
slightly inappropriate song.
Okay, can you sing us out with the song?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna say is like, can I give a message and then you'll sing us out with the song?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my goodness. Thank you for joining us for the first night of Passover. Tomorrow will be the second night of Passover. Usually we do Seders on at least 2 nights. So I don't know what exactly is going to happen on S.T.E.V.E., but it might be another Seder. I don't know how we'll ever top this retelling of Passover in my life.
I don't. It was pretty amazing. I think we all learned a lot. Some of it appropriate. Some of it not.
The song I'm gonna sing is
I just want to say that I'm really grateful to Total Wine who replenished our
Total Wine.
long outdated wine supply.
I have my third glass of apple juice.
And the apple juice.
So
which
I'm
I
doing
hope you
pretty
are.
great. I'm almost there.
Do you have insulin on board for that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Don't worry, guys. The diabetic is dosed.
The diabetic has dosed.
Excellent. Okay, so please join us tomorrow for more Passover and more whatever else.
We'll see.
And thank you so much for joining our first ever S.T.E.V.E. Passover Seder.
And now I
Stater.
can sing?
Our
Yeah.
Seder.
Okay, wait,
Arden will now sing us out.
Okay.
Alexa, play 4 Jews in a room bitching from falsettos.
How did I know?
It's actually appropriate.
No! Alexa,
Okay.
play 4 Jews in a room bitching from falsettos.
You have to
Okay,
drink
wait,
4 glasses
okay.
of wine, and I'm on glass number 3 and doing.
You set it up, Arden. Maybe we can,
Are
you
know,
connected?
Yes, I'm connected.
Oh, well, that's so much easier.
Appreciate.
And while Arden's doing that,
Yeah.
one of the things
Come on in now.
Jody's often talked about, and I always appreciate that she talked about Passover being a time of people in the midst of oppression and in difficult times, and then they come together, and although the resources are low, their time is strange, and it seems like everything is against them. They find that their neighbors, more than the government even, is what pulls them through. And they work together, and they walk together. And this is a great reminder.
Yeah, and it's
And then
like
they
you
worship a goddamn golden cow.
No, but it is. It's like the matzah is symbolizing like we made do with what we have. We couldn't get our bread to rise all the way, so we ate these weird crackers. But it's
They were
still
good.
food, and it still fueled us, and it still kept us alive. So we could now pass all that on to be here and sing this song from the irrepressible and
Falsettos.
incredibly neurotic music.
This is from the revival of falsettos, FYI.
For your information.
You guys are gonna sing with me, right?
I'm ready.
4 Jews in a room bitching.
4 Jews in a room plot a crime.
I'm bitching, he's bitching, they're bitching, we're bitching, bitch, 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 funny, 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 bitch, 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 all the time. What do they do for love? What do they do for love? 4 Jews in a room bitching, bitching, bitching. 4 Jews in a room stand next to bread. I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish. Half Jewish. Bitch, 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 bitch. Funny, 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 funny. Bitch, 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 bitch. Night and slavery. Slavery. We crossed the desert, running for our lives. Fleeing from the Pharaoh, who was up to no good. Now we're at the Red Sea. Pharaoh is behind us, watching us extincted. What will he need is a miracle. And then the Red Sea split before us. No more shore us. We got our miracle. 4 Jews itching for answers. 4 Jews bitching their whole lives long. I'm Jason, I'm Mendel, I'm Marvin, bitch, 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 funny, 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 bitch, 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 these smoky colored mothers on the phone and say their silence are all on fire. We are manipulated people and we need to know our worst sides aren't ignored. The guilt invested will in time.
Thank you guys for joining us.
We do not take
Have a very happy Passover.
show we're good in this. Here's the bed.
I love the bed.